Okay, good afternoon. My name is Fatma Ahmed. I'm going to be your English teacher for today. Before we start, I want to talking with you about something. What's your favorite type of movies? Favorite type of movies? For me, I like murder, crime movies, artificial movies. What else? Horror. Okay, for me this is my favorite type of movies. As I say, I like crime, murder movies. I want to ask you something. How can we relate crime and murder to your studies, to your faculty of biotechnology? Any suggestions? As a crime, murder. Okay, let's move on. Okay, forensic medicine is a field that's related to crime and murders. Does anyone know what the meaning of forensic medicine? Can you learn? Yes, okay, can you say it, definition in English? Definition, or what is the meaning of forensic medicine? Okay, can anyone read the definition of forensic medicine? Yes?
Forensic medicine is a group of medical
specialists
which deal with the examination and diagnosis of individuals who have been injured or who have died or have died because of external or unnatural causes such as poisoning,
suicide,
or
murder. Okay, forensic medicine is the application of medical knowledge to determine what happened in criminal legal cases. So it's clear what the definition of forensic medicine or what forensic medicine is? Clear? It's clear? Okay, today we are going to highlight the role of forensic expert, where we are going to know what the job duties of forensic doctor or what forensic doctor are doing. Okay? First, I want you to play a game together. I want you to work in a group, search on Google on the role of the forensic doctor or what its job duties. It's clear? We have only 4 minutes. How minutes do we have? 4 minutes, yes guys, you can start. جايه لك بقى.
مين فيكم بقى معانا؟
أنا جايه لك مخصوص، بتضحك عليا؟ هموتك.
نعمل سيشن ايه؟
ايه الراجل الفورنزيك دكتور ده بيعمل ايه؟ وات ذا فورنزيك دكتور دو؟ يس. انتوا عارفين هتعملوا ايه صح؟ فورنزيك دكتور او ميديكال. ايه الجوب اوف فورنزيك دكتور او فورنزيك ميديكال؟
الدكتور مفيش مشاكل او حاله يمكن
لا انا
ما تلاقيش
بتمشى
سليم بس جوجل بس الحمد.
اوكي حد شاف السكريبت؟ ميتين خالص. انا حاساهم ميتين. بقول لك حاساهم ميتين خالص. بصي لو عايزه تقفلي شويه اقفلي، يعني كل حبه كده بيصوريني عادي، يعني مش لازم على طول. حد بيشتغل؟ تشتغلوش صح؟ شايفاكم. انا والله العظيم لازم اعرف انت بتضحك على ايه.
طب
بعد اللكتشر في حاجه في شكلي؟ طيب انا كويسه. طيب ايوه هو ده الاجابه، هي دي الاجابه. يس يس يس. هنا ما هو يعني السلايد اللي بعدها، السلايد اللي بعدها نكست سلايد. سيبها زي ما هي. ايوه المفروض ان احنا نكتبه هنا. يس المفروض بقى ان انتوا تكتبوا الجوب ديوتيز بتاعته هنا وهنا وهنا، فاهميني؟ يعني قسموهم كده، دي لعبه يعني. صباح الخير.
احنا بس جبنا لك حد الناس كمان.
اوكي ماشي. هو لسه ماشي. لو سمحت لو سمحت هي كعبلتني كده تمام تمام بسم yes. بصوا جروب وركينج هي جروب وركينج المفروض ان احنا دلوقتي بنعمل سيرش على جوجل على احنا بنتكلم النهارده عن فرنسيك ميديسن اللي هو الطب الشرعي فاحنا المفروض بنعمل سيرش على جوجل عايزين نعرف ايه هي الجوب ديوتيز وات از ذا جوب ديوتيز اوف فرنسيك اكسبرت الراجل بيشتغل في الطب الشرعي ده بيعمل ايه فدي اول اكتيفيتي اللي هي دي المفروض ان احنا نسيرش اون جوجل ونكتبهم هنا بس this is the first activity احنا لسه ده اللي احنا بنعمله دي اسئله هنحلها واحنا بنتفرج على Hey guys, did you finish? Are you finished? Okay. I can help you if you want. Okay. You have 2 minutes, okay? Yes.
السيركل شكل
ماشي خلاص اوكي انا اكتب يعني كلمة عادي وصلتوا لحاجة؟
احنا كتبنا عنه حاجات اللي هو قلناها لو كيري
اوكي ماشي كمل انا وصلتوا لحاجة؟ اوكي كنت عايزاكم تكتبوهم في السيركل دي بس ماشي خلاص مش مشكلة
ممكن نكتبهم مصدرين
ماشي خلاص اوكي مش اوكي Okay guys, you have only 1 minute, okay? Anyone finished? Okay. So we can start and solve it together, okay? What do you find?
First thing, experts is a professional who is responsible to collect evidence, able to test.
Okay. Did you find anything? What did you find? Yes. Okay. Can you tell us what you find? Okay. Do you find anything? Hey guys. Do you find anything? Okay. Can you tell us? Can you raise your voice?
Know the date of the death.
Okay. Do you find anything else?
Do biological analysis for
Yes. Okay.
For Sonic, doctors study the medical history of the AIDS and crime scene evidence and to understand the cause of the manner of death they may follow accused from a crime scene.
Yes. Thank you. What do you find?
collective reserve and analyze scientific.
Can you raise your voice?
Collective reserve and analyze scientific evidence during the course of the investigation.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you all. Okay. When I search on Google, I found that a forensic doctor or expert can determine the time of death, can collecting and analyzing evidence of the crime scene, determine what happened at the crime scene, and help the law to solve the crime, and he determines the cause of death. after you graduated, if you are going to work as a forensic expert, will be your job duties. It's clear? Okay. We are going to watch a video. As I told you, this video is on. We are going to highlight today what the role of the forensic expert. One of its jobs to determine the time of this, as we searched on Google and know. Okay, so we are going to watch a video on how the forensic expert knows the time of this, or how can he determine the time of this. But before we start, I want to introduce to you some difficult vocabularies that may face you in the video. So the number one, it's corpse. Anyone know the meaning of a corpse? Can you tell us? Yes? A dead body, especially of a person. It's a noun, okay? Bail. Can you repeat after me? Bail? Bail? It's clear. Did anyone know what the meaning of bail? Yes. It's a person's face having skin is very light in color. Okay, can anybody tell me, is the pale adjective or noun or verb? Yes, it's adjective. Okay. It's a bait. This is bait. Can you repeat after me? This is bait. This is bait. Okay. It's something to disappear gradually. Okay. It's a bait. This bait. A verb or adjective or noun? Verb. Thank you. Okay. Equilibrium. Can you repeat after me? Equilibrium. Okay. Did anyone know what the meaning of equilibrium? Yes, something equal or balance. A state of balance, especially between different forces or influence. Okay. It's an adjective or verb or noun. Noun. Yes, thank you. Okay. Last one. Contraction. Does anyone know what the meaning of contraction? Yes. Can you repeat after me? Contraction. Contraction. Okay. Thank you. The process of becoming smaller, or as you say, the contraction of muscle. Okay. Contraction. Adjective, noun, or verb? Noun. Contraction is a noun. Okay. Stephen. Did anyone know what the meaning of Stephen? No, it's not. Okay, can you repeat after me first? Stephen? Stephen is to making something become difficult or bend to move. When you have your hand like this, it's difficult to move. Okay? Stephen, verb, noun, or adjective? Verb. Okay, thank you. Decomposition. Can you repeat after me? Decomposition. Do you know what the meaning of decomposition? Yes. The process of being destroyed gradually after death by natural process. Okay. Decomposition is the verb, noun, or adjective? Noun. Okay. Thank you all. Now we are going to watch a video, as I told you, but this video is divided on 4 parts. We are going to watch it on four parts. Each part. We're going to watch first part, then we're going to answer questions, and okay. Okay, after each part, we are going to solve some questions. It's clear what we are going to do. Can anybody tell me? Watch a video. Yes. Okay.
Imagine that you're watching your favorite crime drama show. A murder is taking place. The police and forensic experts are looking for clues to catch the killer. One of the most important clues to solving a crime is determining when the victim died. The expert looks at the body, checks the body temperature, and examines the body's position. After a thorough examination, the expert then states the approximate time of death. The question is, how does a forensic expert calculate the time of death? The time of death is not the exact time that a person died. It is instead a time frame in which the person could have died based on the evidence presented. Forensic scientists calculate the time of death using many techniques. The first go-to method is to study the physical changes that happen in the body after death. So what are these signs? There are 4 post-mortem signs that tell a great deal about time of death. These are physical, observable changes that occur in the body in the first 24 to 48 hours after the heart stops beating and the nervous system shuts down. The first sign, pallor mortis. As the heart stops beating, the circulation of blood throughout the body decreases. The organs farther away from the heart, like the skin, stop receiving blood. This gives a corpse the pale, lifeless appearance that we associate with death. This paleness, which appears 15 to 30 minutes after death, is called pallor mortis. It is one of the first identifiable signs of death.
Okay, this is the first video. Are you enjoying it? Can you tell me any new information that you learned from the video? Any new information? Didn't get anything? Okay. You have 2 minutes to read the first question on the video, and we are going to solve it together. You have 2 minutes, okay? Okay.
We can rewatch.
Yes, we can rewatch the video.
Imagine that you're watching your favorite crime drama show. A murder is taking place. The police and forensic experts are looking for clues to catch the killer. One of the most important clues to solving a crime is determining when the victim died. The expert looks at the body, checks the body temperature, and examines the body's position. After a thorough examination, the expert then states the approximate time of death. The question is, how does a forensic expert calculate the time of death?
لو عايزين تحلوا ابدأوا حلوا. لو عايزين تحلوا حلوا. لو عايزين تحلوا حلوا.
The time of death is not the exact time that a person died. It is instead a time frame in which the person could have died based on the evidence presented. Forensic scientists calculate the time of death using many techniques. The first go-to method is to study the physical changes that happen in the body after death. So what are these signs? There are 4 post-mortem signs that tell a great deal about time of death. These are physical, observable changes that occur in the body in the first 24 to 48 hours after the heart stops beating and the nervous system shuts down. The first sign, pallor mortis. As the heart stops beating, the circulation of blood throughout the body decreases. The organs farther away from the heart, like the skin, stop receiving blood. This gives a corpse the pale, lifeless appearance that we associate with death. This paleness, which appears 15 to 30 minutes after death, is called pallor mortis. It is one of the first identifiable signs of death.
Okay, before we are going to answer the questions, I want to recap for you what did we learn from the video to make it more understandable for you all. Can anyone read it for us? Okay.
As first about beating, the circulation throughout the body decreases so that the organs that are far away from the heart stop receiving blood.
Okay.
This is the main reason behind the corpse
pale appearance.
Paleness appears
30 minutes
after death is called
pallor mortis. Okay, this is what the video said for us. It's clear? Okay, can we start solving the answers? You have only 2 minutes. Okay. This one. أهم حاجة زهقت. حلو شاطرة. هو في بني آدم انتوا حلوين اهو. في ايه؟ حليتوا حاجة؟ حليتوا حاجة؟ شاطرين اهو. ما تجاوبوش معايا ليه؟ دي ولا ايه؟ لا فيهم واحدة خالص. لا صح
كده دي بس اللي احنا مش عارفينها. لا طب دي صح.
Medical changes stops. Medical changes occur to the أنا هنشوف بس دي غلط. دي غلط دي مش فاكرة. Are you finished? Okay. First one, rigor mortis results are very accurate. Yes, false. Physical changes that happen in the body after death is one of the methods used to physical changes occur to body from 24 circulation of blood throughout the body increases after death. False. Babies which appear 50 to 30 minutes. Yes. Thank you all. Okay, we are going now to watching second video. Focus because we are going to answer the second question. Okay. شغل يا عم. أقول لهم اللي فيه شوكولاتة.
The second sign, alum mortis. Humans are homeothermic, Humans are homeothermic, which means we maintain a constant internal body temperature. This constant average temperature is maintained by balancing the heat produced in the body with the heat lost. The circulatory system is an important mechanism by which humans maintain an average internal temperature of 37 degrees Celsius. Heat is produced primarily through the various metabolic reactions happening in our body. This produced heat is dissipated from deeper organs, such as the liver and brain, to the outer parts, such as the skin, through the movement of blood. Under the first layer of skin, the epidermis lies a network of capillaries. These capillaries allow heat produced by the body to be released into the air. Without the heart beating, blood cannot distribute heat and regulate body temperature. This leads to the body temperature reaching equilibrium with the external temperature. If the temperature is less than 37 degrees Celsius outside in the first hour after death, then the temperature of the body will decrease by 2 degrees and then continue to decrease by 1 degree every hour. Alum mortis is not an accurate way to back calculate the time of death, however, as it varies based on external conditions, such as weather, and is affected by whether the corpse was wearing clothes or not.
هذا الصندوق Okay, before we start answering the question, I want to recap for you what's happening in the video in order to make you more understandable for it. Okay? Can anyone read for us also what happened in the last video? Anyone read it? Okay, Kika.
When the heart stops beating, the heat cannot distribute to the organs and regulate body temperature 37 degrees. Then the body temperature starts to equilibrate with the external temperature. The temperature of the body drops in the first hour of the death by 2 degrees, then 1 degree
in each hour. Okay. We are going to solve the second question, but I want to make it a competition. Who will solve it first will take a chocolate. Okay? You have to. Can you give them a chance for 2 minutes? You have 2 minutes, okay? How يلا يا جماعة. في chocolates. شفتوا جروب؟
والله بحصل. لا
Okay guys, who finished tell us. Finished? Okay, we have a winner here. Okay, can we solve it? Okay, as a circulatory system is an important mechanism by which humans maintain an average external temperature of. Yes, heat is produced through various metabolic, circulatory, respiratory action happening in our body. Yes, Heat is dissipated from deeper, taller, bigger organs such as the liver and brain. Yes. Without heart beating, blood cannot distribute. Yeah, heat, okay. And regulate body temperature. The last one, the first hour of death, the temperature of body will decrease by? Thank you, guys. Okay, we are going now towards the third video, okay? Those are the three methods that forensic expert determine that. Yes.
The third sign, rigor mortis. This sign is one of the most important signs when it comes to determining the time of death. Rigor mortis, which literally means stiff death, is the contraction of the muscles in the body after death. Before rigor mortis, all the muscles relax in a step called primary flaccidity. This happens because after death, brain activity decreases until it completely stops. Without the brain giving muscles a signal to contract, the muscles remain in a relaxed state. Primary flaccidity lasts for 1 to 2 hours after death. The first muscles to relax are those in the eyelids, fingers, and toes. In this stage, the corpse usually releases urine and gas, as muscles controlling urination and passing gas are relaxed. Primary flaccidity is followed by rigor mortis. Muscles stiffen up in rigor mortis because of cells being broken down by digestive enzymes. This cellular breakdown is a normal part of body decomposition and is called autolysis. The breakdown of cells makes holes in the boundary of the cell and its compartments. This releases calcium ions from the separate compartment within the cell where they are stored. This calcium is crucial for initiating contraction. During normal living conditions, a signal from the nervous system triggers calcium to release from its compartment. Another factor causing rigor mortis is the lack of ATP, the energy-giving molecule in the muscle cells. Once calcium initiates muscle contraction, myosin, a protein molecule that moves things around in the cell, binds to actin, a long chain of proteins that form the skeleton of the cell. Once the myosin binds to actin, it uses the energy from ATP to pull the actin, making the muscle fiber shorter and shorter with each pull. Immediately after death, muscles can still produce ATP. Muscles have reserves of glucose in the form of the polysaccharide glycogen, which it breaks down in the absence of oxygen to provide ATP. This ATP is used up in muscle contraction, but the muscles also need ATP to relax. This means that the actin and myosin will remain contracted until the muscle is completely decomposed. Rigor mortis starts in the same order that primary flaccidity does, with the eyes and fingers, and slowly progresses to the rest of the body. Rigor mortis reaches its peak 12 hours post-mortem. After that, the muscles begin to relax in the same order that they began contraction. After rigor mortis comes a second cycle of relaxation, called secondary flaccidity, which is due to muscle degeneration. Digestive enzymes break down the proteins in the muscles, including the muscle contracting machinery. Forensic experts use this progression of muscle relaxation and stiffening to estimate the time of death. They will check to see which parts of the body have stiffened and make an estimate based on what they find. It is more reliable than algorithms, as it isn't as affected by external conditions.
Okay, guys, this is the third way on how the forensic expert can know and determine the time of death. Okay. ايه البلي ده؟ sorry. slide insert قبلها. Okay. Can anyone read for us what happened in the video? Can someone? Yes, you can read.
The muscles of the body contract after the death as the brain activity decreases until it completely stops.
Flaccidity, yes.
For 1 or
2 hours.
2 hours after death, then the rigor mortis
happens. Body stiffens. Yes. You have 3 minutes to solve the third question. Okay. How many minutes do you have? 3 minutes. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, much. Okay. انتهى. نايس. استنى بقى امال ايه ده؟ الله انت حلكت. طب ما تقول next or yeah.
فهنا بيقول لك first muscles ايه هي اول عضلات اللي بتريلاكس؟ الايلid والفينجر والتويز. ايه اول عضلات بتريلاكس بعد ما الواحد بيموت؟ is followed by دي بيحصل بعدها الريجور مورتس اللي هي العضلات بقى بتنخش قوي ومش بتفك تاني. الريجور مورتس reach its peak after this forensic expert uses لا دي forensic expert uses system. بص فيهم 2 غلط وده صح. حليتوا؟ بتحلوا؟ فاهمين حاجة؟ مش فاهمين حاجة؟ حليتوا؟ شاطرين. حليتوا؟ دي أنا وقعت. سجلتي الوقعة؟ أنا عايزة أروح. Are you finished? كده اتخنقت. Okay. First muscle to relax are eyes, fingers, and toes. Yes. Primary flexibility is followed by rigor mortis. Yes. Forensic experts use this progression of muscle reaction and stiffening to. Yes, estimate time of death. All muscles relax in step called primary flexibility. Okay, we are going now to watch the last video on this is the last way that forensic expert can determine the time of death. So let's start.
The fourth sign, livor mortis. After death, blood is subject to the forces of gravity, now that the heart isn't moving around any longer. It pools wherever the forces of gravity is strongest. This starts about 15 to 30 minutes after death and starts to become visible 2 hours after death. Lividity, as it is called, starts to become fixed after 6 hours as the blood vessels begin to break down. After 8 to 12 hours, a purple coloration develops. This purple color develops because the deoxygenation of hemoglobin forms deoxyhemoglobin, which has a purple blue color. Livor mortis can be very useful for determining the time of death. Once validity is fixed, it doesn't fade, even when the body is moved. If a part of the body came in contact with a firm surface that obstructs the blood flow, an impression of it will show on the skin that is surrounded by pooled blood. The color or pattern of validity can allow forensic scientists to guess not only what the time of death could be, but also the cause of death. Lividity in the extremities, such as the fingers, would suggest that the body was upright, as opposed to lividity developed on the back, which would suggest a horizontal position. These 4 signs are commonly used together in order to estimate the time of death. The time of death is not 100% accurate, however, because of so many other factors, such as the environment, weather, clothes, or whether the victim was moved. Forensic experts will most likely get a time frame rather than an exact time. So, the next time you're watching a crime drama, don't forget to be that guy and point out all the loopholes you see.
Okay, this is a summary up of the video. Can someone read it for us? Who want to read? I will give it. Okay, can read.
After death, blood is subject to the forces of gravity. Blood pool where the forces of gravity is strongest. They start after 15 to 13 minutes after death. Then the color of the blood starts to become visible on the
Corpus, yes.
After 2 hours after death, this is called
Lividity.
And
Yes.
it's come
Exit.
after 6 hours of the death as blood vessels is begin to break down. After 8 to 12 hours, a purple color formed due to dioxygenation
Yes.
that turn to this color. The color of lividity can allow
Forensic
scientists
scientists
to guess the time and the
cause of this. Okay. The last question is fill in the gaps. You only have 2 minutes or 3 minutes, okay? How much minute we have? Yes, okay. Yes. شطور. يس شطورة. سهلة؟ 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 Thank you. لسه؟ زهقت من الكلام. هو عيني أنا موت نفسي. You finished? Yes? Okay. Let's solve it together. After this, what is subject to the forces of gravity? Blood. Yes. After 8 to 12 hours, does a purple coloration of blood start to develop? Okay, that deoxyhemoglobin has a blue, yes, purple blue color. The color or pattern of what? Lividity can allow forensic science to know the time of death. Yes. Okay, this is the last activity. I want each group of you has a file. In this file, it contains clipboard and colors. Yes. And they contain a piece of paper that contain a crime or a beginning of a crime. Okay. I want you to imagine the rest of a story and draw it on the clipboard. You only have 7 minutes. How much minutes do we have? 7 minutes. Okay. I want to show you my drawing. This is a crime I draw. This is a wife killed his husband. Yes. I want you to do something like that, or if one is that. Okay. Okay, you have 7 minutes, okay? Yes, start. انتوا اصلا بصوا انتوا فين الورقه اللي هي معاكم صح؟ الورقه اللي هي اوكي. انتوا الكرايم اللي معاكم الكرايم انه في واحد مثلا اسمه فان committing suicide اللي هو
يعني ايه committing suicide؟
committing suicide حد منتحر. In his apartment after investigation, a forensic expert claims ان هو killed. هو didn't commit suicide. هو ما انتحرش. في حد قتله. انت بقى imagine the rest of the story or imagine yes or imagining the story. اوكي فين الورقه الصغيره؟ اوكي the story انه في بنات عايشين في دويرز اللي هو البيت اللي بتاع الطلاب ده ماشي. في يوم من الايام جت النيبر اللي هي الجيران قالوا في واحده منهم اختفت اللي هي سوزي. وجم الجيران قالوا ان في ريحه وحشه في البيلدينج. وبعد كده البوليس جه ولقى ان دي الجثه بتاعت سوزي. المفروض بقى تتخيلوا مين اللي قتلها او هي اتقتلت ازاي او اي حاجه. اوكي I'm doing بقى سوتشاين. انتوا معاك اني كرايم؟
هنفس البنت
دي الست اللي قتلت جوزها.
هو في different crimes يعني ولا؟
يس مش لا ايه مش لازم ترسمي create the story بس create the story يعني اكتبوا الاول imagine the story الاول. هي ممكن اللي يكون قتلته او هو ايه اللي حصل. بعد كده ابدأوا بقى اكتبوا بس.
او قولوا ممكن تحكوا لي بس يعني create the story ايه
بقى ده؟ بيقول ايه؟ بيشاور
انت تخيلتوا الستوري؟
واحد بقى جاي بقى من
ايوه يا سلام دم ده اديها لو معلش ثانية واحدة بس
عملت ايه القصه؟
ايه
مش انا اللي اقول القصه
ألفتوا القصة؟ ألفتوا القصة؟ ألفوا يعني create الستوري الأول يعني ممكن تكون اتقتلت أو عمل؟ ألفتوا القصة؟ ألفتوا القصة؟
واحدة باباها بيضربها باباها وفين
انت معاكوا القصة بتاعت ست اللي قتلت جوزها صح؟
اه
يلا
مش السرير اي كلمة ده السرير
انت فنان فنان تمام خدوا الوان
لا كده وبعدين هي هتمشي على البحر
على فكره انتوا هتقولوا الستوري مش عايزاكم بقى تتكسفوا كده ماشي عايزاكم تحكوا لي الستوري يعني الستوري اللي انتوا الفتوها اوكي بالعربي اي حاجه
عملنا ان هو خلاص الدكتوره اكتشفت ان هو
ايوه
خدت عينه منه واكتشفت ان هو مثلا ما اتقتلش ان هو اتقتل نعمل
ما اتقتلش
اوكي الصوره ايه بقى؟
يعني هم وصلوا في الاخر ان هو اتقتل ولا ما اتقتلش؟ اتقتل وهم عارفين مين اللي قتله؟
لا لسه
طب ما تألفي بقى استراح
نرسم بقى درون تاني صاحبي
دلوقتي هي بالسكينة خليها تيجي بالسكينة يعني
دي سكينة؟
يعني
ده نايف؟
انا على الصباري
دي الاحمر يا مايا
عايزة اول واحد رايح طريق
على فكرة هم كل مرة بيخلصوا وانتوا لسه في أول صورة
مش عارفة عايزة تنام ايه هي لابسة هي ست لا طب بعد كده هنقول
احنا خلصنا
اوكي اوكي Are you finished? You only have 2 minutes, okay? 2 minutes. More 2 minutes, okay? لازم اخلص. قلب اي حاجة.
من قدام وقتل
بص مش لازم ترسم يعني احكي لي القصة مش انت ألفتها في دماغك؟ احكيها لي بقى. Okay, are you finished? 2 minutes. One. Okay.
عايزين احمر تعملوا ده عايز احمر
Okay, let's start. كمل قبل ما هم يقولوا القصة بتاعتهم. كمل بسرعة قبل ما هم اوكي. Okay, this is their story. Can you tell us the story? Can you tell us what you are doing? What you are doing? كلنا. Hey. Yes.
هو كان في اول العربي يعني.
اوكي.
هو الزون ده كان المفروض ان هو انتحر.
ماشي. اوكي.
فهو الفورس
فرنزك يس.
فهو اكتشف بقى حلال حاجه ان هو اتقتل.
Okay.
سيبي كده كيس باسكت.
Who else? They finished? They finished?
ماتت.
خلاص؟ Okay. Let's take a look for this amazing drawing. Wow. Can you tell us the story? Can you raise your voice?
لا مش لازم
Yes, you can talk now. قول.
في واحدة بنت فتعرضت لعنف أسري.
ماشي.
بعد كده خرجت بره.
اوكي.
قررت تشتغل محض عشان هي اتعرضت لعنف كتير. بعد كده
Thank you. Do you finish? Yes. Wow. Amazing artist. Can you tell us the story?
Three friends,
Okay.
and one day
Okay.
one of them disappeared, and neighbor come and tell them he find the full smell.
Okay.
They go to their
And find yes
find their
dead. Okay. What happened?
ان هي كده انتحر
She commits suicide. Not killed. Okay.
عشان جريد.
Grades. Okay. Thank you.
مش مهتم. الوقت راح تعمل
I'm like okay. You are the last one. Last one. خلصتوا؟ Okay.
بس اصل في شغل احنا بنخلص على كله.
جبت شوكولاته في كيس.
والرب ايه خلاص ماشي.
Okay. The last story. You have art here. Can you tell us the story? Wow. Tell us the story.
ان هما الاثنين كانوا بيتخانقوا بسبب ان هي كانت بتخونه.
هي اوكي يس
هي اللي كانت بتخونه.
يس يس
بس اللي هي جت هي اللي كانت بتخون معاه وراحوا مسكوه وراحوا قتلوه وقطعوه ورموه في كيس الزباله.
واو. You have a great imagination. شغل مشي حسن. Okay, let's wrap up what we take today. We take today the role of forensic doctor. We learn that he can determine the time of death, determine the cause of death, help the law to solve the crime. We also take how the doctor can calculate the time of death by using the four steps we are learning: pillar mortis, rigor mortis, lever mortis, and algor mortis. Do you have any questions?